Hey guys, just a quick review of the HLA Attachments single arm log grapple. I've had this now for a couple weeks. I use it every single day. Um, so far, just right out of the gate, it is amazing. I can't imagine doing this job without this thing. So when I first got the loader, it came with these forks. The loader is great. I'll do a review on that later. I got about 100 hours on it. Amazing. I mean, it's just a world of difference from this over like a farm tractor. The forks are great, but I got a lot of uneven ground around here. And I'll put some clips into me driving with logs with this on here. Same with lumber is as I'm driving around on uneven ground, especially if it's not an even stack, stuff likes to move around. So I talked to Jeremy over at Anderson Equipment here in West Virginia, kind of told him what I was looking for. I'd seen this, just, there was actually one on an auction site. It was the double arm grapple. I'd never heard of it. I was looking for something like it. And so I did a little bit of research. What I found was this was about 190 pounds, I think 200 pounds plus or minus. So it wasn't going to take down so much payload capacity. You know, the loader has a comfortable payload of like 5,000 to 6,000 pounds and a tipping weight of like 9,500 or something like that. I'm sure somebody will sharpshoot me on the specs of this, but you know, I can comfortably move logs, but I run out of room on the forks and I end up like losing a log off the front if I have like two 24-inch logs, for example. The loader will pick it up and drive with it all day long, but with these 42-inch long forks, they just kind of fall off. So these are 42-inch forks. They're 48-inch on center from time to time. So they actually stick out to like 52 inches on the outside. So it's relatively stable, but this HLA grapple, I'll show it to you here, it just bolts right on. So these are class 2 forks. So it bolts on just like a fork would basically. Now make sure you put the bottom piece on first. I made the mistake of putting the top on and then trying to get the bottom on. It won't work that way. You got to get the bottom on. I'd highly recommend having a friend to help you with this. The other thing that I love about it is the distance from the bottom of the fork to the top bar when it's horizontal, kind of like it is now, is 42 inches. That makes this a perfect square. When I have a lumber pack on here, I can go 42 inches. You'll see that it sticks out just a little bit beyond the forks, like 1.5 inches, I think, something like that. It's really not that big of a deal because that bottom board, you know, is never 1.5 inches or 2 inches wide on the outside of my lumber packs. They're usually kind of wider boards, at least 6 inches. At least 4, but usually at least 6 inches. So it's never been an issue that losing that 1.5 inches compared to what you gain. But then I can stack them 42 inches tall and 42 inches wide. So that way I can take one of my 42-inch stickers. So that's a 42-inch sticker. And then I know when I'm stacking a lumber pack, once I get it to 42 inches high, it's going to be so that I can close the grapple top and drive around. Yeah, so especially if you put the sacrificial boards on top, the claw really isn't an issue. If you really wanted to, you could put a 2x, you know, here to help it. But so here is the model number if you want to look it up. It came with hoses that were like 8 feet long. I guess they're for a tractor. They said they were built for my loader exactly based on the loader that I have. That was not the case. I had to stop at a hydraulic shop and get these made, but I just got about I think they're 3.5 inch. I think they're 42-inch hoses. They work great. You know, this bottom one, you just kind of swing it up out of the way, tighten it up. I've really never run into any problems with this. They say it's for walk-through forks only if you're going to put it on a skid steer. This has a low profile fork, so it's never an issue. This whole carriage tilts back at once, so I guess you'd want the longer hydraulic hoses if you were using like a 3rd point on a tractor and it was fixed. So as you tilted it forward or tilted it back, you know, your hose length would shorten or extend. But for the way this one's set up, the hoses never move. They stay right there. So again, I really can't say enough good things about this log grapple. You know, if I had a bigger loader at some point, I'd love to have like a Rockland kind of grapple or something. But man, this thing is a game changer for the small sawmill operation. There's plenty of other things that I need to do to get a little bit more efficient, but I can unload a tandem truck, so a double axle log truck or even a triple axle log truck in under 20 minutes with this loader, which I think is pretty decent. Usually that's 24 logs or something. So yeah, check them out. HLA Attachments. I don't know if they sell them directly. I think you have to go through a dealer to get them, but check them out. I'll put some clips on here of us using it, but it's great. Thanks.